Hello there everyone, today I'm doing this small shootout about the Sage Igniter, the Scott Meridian and the new Scott Sector, and I'm gonna test and try these rods with the same line to get a feel and a touch of what these rods can and exactly which one of these I prefer under these conditions and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give them all a go and have a bit of talk about the different rods, and we'll see what the judgment is. Now, I've loaded the Sector because, well, it just feels it's the new one, you know. It's the new blood, the new member of the gang, and I really want to test out this rod. I must say it looks awesome. It has the very nice reel seat that Scott does for their saltwater rods, and it has recoil spring titanium eyes, and these are lined, of course, with ceramics, so it's the best part, and that's one of the things that Scott really excels with. They only ever use the most expensive and the best looking and the best parts for their rods, and I really like Scott for that. It feels different from the Meridian, this one. The line I'm using here is an Arctic Silver WF7, which weighs 17 grams. So it's maybe a bit heavy for a 6-weight. If I'm scratching my eyes, it's just because I have some some irritation there. I don't know if it's the pollen or something like that. But as I was saying, 17 grams, which is maybe a bit much, but it's what I use on my Meridian, and I really am fond of that and pleased with that, because it loads the rods very fast. It's also a very short taper. It's only 8.5 meters, and it's actually the best WF line for coastal fishing and for foam beetle fishing and stuff like that I ever used. And I must say, this Sector rod here, it really performs. That's this is where my backing starts. So as you can see, I easily cast the complete line with only 2 casts. And my overall opinion, first-hand impression, is a beautiful, very well designed rod that is strong and can cast like it's supposed to, you know. The wind here is actually not that favorable. It's an industrial area, so it gets kicked around a lot. I don't have the wind to my back. Actually, more time than others. Now you can see it's coming a bit towards me, and this rod just performs. It's fast, it's light, and I'm very impressed with this one. I'm gonna try just to keep it really up to date in my mind. I'm gonna put the reel on the Meridian and talk about that. So now it's off to the Meridian, and the Meridian is the rod I've been fishing with for the past maybe 5 years on the coast of Denmark, and that does the same. You see, it casts the line very easily, but now that I've spent some time with these 3 rods, I must say that the difference between the new Sector and the Meridian is I can easily cast all the line with the Meridian, and this has been probably my most beloved rod for the past 5 years. And it casts easy, it casts long, it's fairly strong, it's fairly fast. But what the Sector has compared to this one is based on, you know, it's not science. It's just, you know, me casting a lot here on the lawn, trying to figure out stuff. But what it seems to me is that the Sector brings to the game is more smoothness and more ease. It's a bit lighter also, it feels like, and basically what I feel when I cast the Meridian is this is a powerful machine. But with the Meridian, but with the Sector, it gets a bit easier to cast exactly the same amount of line. I don't have to, you know, pull all the way as much as I have to. I don't have to, you know, make the cast so strong and really intense in order to cast the full line. So my overall opinion is, compared to the Meridian, and I must say, from the bottom of my heart, I love my Meridian and have done so for quite a long time. I think the Sector is a replacement, and a replacement that actually improves on the Meridian. you know, it's expensive rods, and these rods are phenomenal in themselves. So, and I think it's an improvement, but you know, it's not like it's twice as good or something like that. That it simply is not possible. We're at that end of the scale where these rods are so amazing in themselves that the improvements, of course, are small. But I must say, it feels like the Sector is an improvement to the Meridian, and that. That troubles me, you know, because I love this rod, and I have done so. You see how used it is. You see the handle here looks like crap because I've just fished countless hours on coastlines. I've had a ton of great experiences with this rod, and I love this rod. But the Sector, the honest opinion from, you know, standing here the past half an hour is that the Sector brings something new to the game. It brings more ease, and also with more ease it's easier for me to stretch the leader out here. Yeah, that's the honest opinion. Now I'm gonna mount the igniter. Well, this is the igniter. Again the sixth weight, and this is also a rod that I'm really fond of, and I think casts really well. You can see once again, two shots and then the line is gone. And what you get in the igniter compared to the other two is you get a faster rod, a rod that is more fast, and I think maybe the potential here is at least as great as both the Sector and the Meridian. You can cast as far with the igniter here as with any of the other two, which is far. But I must say the Sector feels, and also maybe also the Meridian, it feels a bit more forgiving and a bit more like casting in of itself, if that makes any sense. You can really, if you hit this igniter just right, I'm pretty sure that there's not much that can compare this in terms of distance. If you hit this igniter just right, it's probably the longest casting rod I've tried. I don't know about the Sector. I've not fished with that so long, but this rod really is a cannon. It just casts and casts and casts and casts. But you have to hit it. Well, let's say the span in which you have to hit the igniter, you have to time it with the igniter in order to cast a long cast, is narrower perhaps than with the Sector and with the Meridian. But if you hit that narrow span, then this rod is the bomb, you know. So it's the igniter is in of itself an awesome rod, but it is a bit more difficult to actually be able to exploit the potential here in of itself. But you know, it's a wonderful rod, really nicely designed, and truly great. And again, you have to remember that this is basically a test performed in maybe an hour on a lawn somewhere with the wind comes from all kinds of different directions. So and of course all the things I say is my personal beliefs and my personal intuition and my personal feelings. So a lot of this will depend on you, the actual angler who has to come and try these rods. But my feeling when trying all these three rods here is all three of these have an insane and enormous potential. All of these are top shelf. They are the best rods you can get out there for big streamer fishing, for saltwater fishing, for sea trout fishing, for all kinds of that. These are the best rods out there you can get. And of these three, I personally must say slightly favorite to the two others is the new Scott Sector. I would fish with any of these rods any day and be very happy and very pleased. But when it comes down to it, my personal beliefs and the feel based alone on this here, as I said, there is a lot of differences. I'm gonna go with the Sector. It's annoying because I love my Meridian. I love it. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna change the Meridian into a Sector rod. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that. Not now, at least. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'll have to think long and hard about that. So basically, that was a short shootout here on from the lawn here. I hope all of you have fun fishing, and thank you for watching this very scientific video about my rantings and feelings about fly rods. Crazy stuff, yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and take care out there. Good luck out on the waters. Oh, and of course you can see all the rods in my shop. It's nordicanglers.com.